We are chatting to Nolizwe Radebe, who's a 32-year-old self-taught cook and system engineer by profession. The mother of two, is originally from Secunda, Mpumalanga, but based in Johannesburg. Her passion for cooking started late in 2017 towards early 2018 from a simple online recipe. The aim was to produce something in her kitchen that she would typically find on a restaurant menu and enjoy making it in the process. Well, that was successful, and the rest is history. Well, she has worked with a number of brands and featured on a few cooking shows in South Africa. She joins us this morning to take us through her culinary journey. Good morning. Welcome to Winning Live.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
I'm good.
I mean, at what point in your life did you realize that you love cooking and you love it beyond just, the kitchen and just making food for other people?
To tell you the truth, I hated cooking.
All right.
Yes, I'm those types that did not love the kitchen at all. But I went through a process in my life, like a depression, I would say. And I found myself at the office while I was a system engineer. And I was like, you know what? You need to get yourself out of this. And that's how I then researched a recipe. And I was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get out of work, go get these ingredients and cook up a storm when I go home, just to lift up my spirit. And I did that, and I danced my way throughout the cooking. It was such a therapeutic experience that it became passion. So that's how it actually started, through a fallout that I then decided, you know what, we are going to cook now.
But who said, no, but Nolizwe, your food is good? It's one thing to be in the kitchen, but you need that, assurance from people to say, you're actually quite good. There are bad cooks out there.
On that particular day, I actually started posting. That was the first time I posted the meal that I created, and it got such a lot of traction on social. People would be like, open up an Instagram account, do this, do that. And one time I actually created a meal at dinner for a partner, and he was so impressed. He was blown away by it. He asked me, are you a chef? And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just doing this as a hobby. And he was like, no, you need to start taking this seriously. You need to start making a business out of this. And it materialized.
Speak to us about the business side of it. How did you get into that?
Okay, so the business side of it, I got into it through seeing other caterers. I was like, you know what, I rock in the kitchen. So why not take what I am good at and give it to other people? So that's how the business then formulated. I just decided, you know what, let's make money out of this.
Let's talk about
feed people good food at the same time.
I want to talk about being self-taught and being confident enough to have other people taste your food. How long did that process take?
You know what, I wouldn't say it really took much of a process. There was one time I did an event for a couple of ladies on my Facebook. I invited 30 random ladies, and I was like, come through, come taste my meal, and let's see what happens. They loved it. And from there I was like, you know what, clearly I am good. And that was my test phase, I would say. That one event where I invited random 30 ladies, and I was like, come through, come have a good time with me, and let's enjoy cooking with Noli.
All right, let's talk about what are we looking at the moment. What is that?
Okay, so that is just a typical beef stew with rice. One of my favorite hearty meals. I mean, especially now during winter, you want something nice and warm. So this is something like that. It's just a hearty beef stew with rice.
Would you say that's the direction that you take, hearty, home-cooked meals?
I actually don't box myself under one culinary skill. So I dabble into everything. I do restaurant styles. I do your Sunday go 7 colors. So I dabble in everything, basically.
What is this?
This was a meal that I created with a student.
Is that mint?
Yes, it is mint. It is a salad that I created with a student. She's in a culinary school, so she was going through some exams and she needed, a little help here and there. So she came through to my kitchen and we just created some fine dining, some gourmet meals. That's why I don't box myself under one culinary skill. So we go gourmet, we go classic Sunday or 7 colors. So that's just a typical salad.
Now this also took, I see chicken there. This
is also one of my favorites. The nice creamy chicken a la king. With some basmati rice.
peas there. Okay, tell us a little bit. This is very different to the chicken a la kings that I've seen. Yes.
So I, like I said, I am with a couple of brands in South Africa. So I was actually trying out one of my brands that I'm working with, and they've got this canned product, the peas. I was like, you know what? Let me just try and put this in my chicken a la king because it's a nice creamy meal, and the peas that they have are nice and creamy. So it went well with that.
So it's very nice. It went through.
Just an experiment, and it came out good.
Cream spinach. This looks like sondagkos.
Yes. This is actually a meal after the actual Sunday course. So you know when you do your Sunday meal, you have the leftovers. So this was the Monday after, and I was like, you know what? We've got a couple of leftover food. Let's just recreate the meal we had yesterday, but adding a little bit of other stuff. So this is like your typical 7-color meal.
I mean, and with most chefs, they say the trick is if you can create a meal from leftovers, then you've got it. Is that the way?
Definitely, definitely. You have to create, or rather be able to create a meal from leftovers, otherwise a little waste. So, and we are not about wasting, definitely not in my home, we are not about wasting. So yeah, I think that's where I then get the ability to just, you know, recreate my leftovers that creates a different meal from the leftovers that we had.
This is a hot dog, am I saying right?
This is a hot dog.
Robot peppers, everything.
This is a nice healthy hot dog. It's got robot peppers and a nice fresh spinach.
Okay.
Not cooked, nothing. So you've got all your vitamins and your flavors right in there.
And this is a Friday night.
This is your lazy night.
Dinner.
Lazy dinner. Just I took chicken breast and I was like, let me make one of my favorite meals as well. So I love chicken nuggets. But I don't love the ones that you get on yours. So I'm like, okay, let me create my own with my own little spices, and it came out great. So yeah, this is a typical weekend meal. You know?
So what's your go-to meal today? It's cold in Johannesburg.
What are we cooking? Go for soups. Butternut soup is one of my favorite. I love bean soups, but they kind of take forever to make. I've actually just created one, or I created one a while back, which literally takes 30 minutes with one of the products that I'm working with. So just take your beans in your canned beans and create that as a soup, as opposed to actually taking the beans and cooking it for hours on end.
And how does one become a home cook? You know, does it have to be as complicated as it sounds?
It doesn't necessarily have to be as complicated. You know, I wouldn't really say I know how one becomes a home cook. It's the passion. I mean, you either want to do it or you don't.
That's you have the passion for it.
Like I said, I didn't love the kitchen, but here I am now.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. That is Nolizwe Radebe. You can follow her media, social media pages for easy to prepare meals you can try at home.